Okay, sit. I'm going to show you our little crate routine with Allie. I always have her sit first. She loves her crate. It's a very exclusive place for her. It's her den because, of course, dogs are naturally den animals. So you have her sit. She needs to wait for your permission. Open the door. See how she's wanting to go, but she needs to wait. If she doesn't wait, you can give her a little prompt like that and say no if she gets up before you release her. But she didn't. She's being really good. So with my right hand, I'm going to pat her chest and say, go. Let her go in the crate. I have always, from day one, given her a little reward. Send her in. She goes in, turns around. She meets me. She gets a little reward as I unhook her collar here. And I'll just show you how I've been using this. This door can stay open because she knows that she doesn't cross through this boundary either in or out without your permission. So it's another way to work with another boundary, like we have the curbs, you're going to see later in the videos. You have the front door, all these different boundaries, gateways, whatever, car doors, in and out of the car. You control the boundaries. The dog thinks that you're in charge. She thinks you're in charge. She feels safe with you. She's way less likely to guard you as if you're a possession out on the street. It all kind of fits together. If she's calmer and she feels safer and she feels like you're taking care of her, she's not going to be hyper and is neurotic over time. So it all fits together. So I use this little tiny prong collar with her, and you see throughout the videos how gentle it is. It's really just so that we can give her a signal that's very easy to do. It's just a prompt. It's a little prompt, and then we release. There's no correcting. There's no hurting her. And for you, not having experience handling her, and she's mostly been pulling you, using this little prong collar is really going to help you a lot. So I take that off, put it on the door. That way it doesn't twist up. If you ball it up, it'll twist up. So you just have it hanging on the door of the crate. You can put the choke chain and the leash wherever you want. The reason that we use the choke chain is just in case the prong collar ever comes off, the leash is attached to the choke chain as well. And let's say the prong collar comes off, and then that comes into play and you don't lose the dog. So that's the only reason we use this. This would be very damaging. The prong collar, some people might think it's scary, but of course it's just because they don't know how it works. But this is really dangerous in training a dog because all the pressure's right there. It's just a metal chain, and it's very old school like, so we don't use that for training. It's just for safety. It hangs loose. It's only for those couple times a year when maybe something happens and it's your backup, so that out on the street she doesn't get loose. So if I'm going to take her out of the crate, and by the way, she spends every night here in my house. She's been here for a month now. She sleeps every night in the crate overnight, and throughout the day. This is her routine. She might go in and out of the crate 5 times a day. So she's very accustomed to this. This is part of the training. The way that you put her in, just how you saw me do it, the way you're going to see me bring her out, is part of the training, because she has to think and focus and wait for your permission to go through this boundary each way. So this is not only a way to manage her in your household, but it's part of the training. It's a tool for training. And see how I just kind of did that? She wants to run out. She's very excited right now, but you can say no. And it's just a gentle thing. You're not slamming it. You're not putting waffle marks on her face or anything. Good. She waited. She settled in and waited, so I gave her a reward. If you ever do any kind of little correction like that, when she does it the way that you want her to do it, follow up with a reward. Don't ever just let a correction hang there. Once she stops doing what she was doing and she starts doing what you want, then you reward that. So I am hooked up to the prong collar here. It's hooked up to the funny looking buckle. The perfectly round one is just a spacer. You don't touch that. You do need to make sure that the chain is not twisted, so it's just going to look like this. And I'm going to reach in and just put it around her neck and hook her up. It's really easy to do after you practiced a little bit. This choke chain goes on as well. And I'm going to just attach the choke chain to the same clip. Usually the choke chain I would usually put on first. It's already on her. then I put the prong collar on, and then when I reach in there, I just hook them both up together. But I did it backwards this time. So anyway, she's waiting. If she's being good like this, I'm going to reward her again. Good. And maybe even practice this little exercise where I step back. Good. If she waits, she gets good reward. If she comes out, I say no, and I go and I do that. Nope. But usually no will be good enough. Good. See how I always follow up when she does it the right way with positive reward. Like, hey, that's what we want. Good stuff happens when you do it the right way. So to bring her out, you just pat your leg and say, okay, and she'll come out. You're going to do another little left turn, that little subtle dominant move that I want you to do throughout the day, always left turns. Sit, and I did that little left turn to go and close that door. That door is always closed. It's closed when she's in and it's closed when she's out. She has access to her den only with your permission, so she has to get permission to go in. She has to sit and wait. You saw how he did it. It's always done this way, no matter what. It's always done this way, in and out, and that's where we feed her. So at mealtime, she's in the crate. We bring the bowl of food to her, put it in there. She eats in there. Bones and chewies, anything she's crazy about happens in there. You want her to love to be in that place. That's her den. So all good things happen in there, and it makes you more powerful if she loves to be in there, and she can only go in there with your permission. So we're gonna give her a little more free time outside. We're gonna do this front door thing. We step out, step back, okay, okay. She walks through with me, sit, and then release her to be free. Go.